Okay, right now we're going to talk about organizational health. And as I've said before, organizations have to be smart and healthy, but being healthy is actually more important because it allows us to become smart. And organizational health is bigger than that. I honestly believe it's the greatest competitive advantage in business. Building a healthy organization is a resilient organization that gets smarter over time. And even more important than that, it creates an environment where human dignity and the individual employee at all levels can thrive. And so let's talk about what it requires to build a healthy organization. And there's 4 simple disciplines. And they are disciplines. They're things we have to do over time, again and again and again. So let's take a look at that. I like to think about it in a simple circle. And here are the 4 disciplines of a healthy organization. First, we have to create what I call a cohesive leadership team at the top. The men and women at the top of whatever organization, whether it's a corporation, a department, a church, a school, any kind of organization, the people that lead that organization have to be behaviorally cohesive. And those are the 5 dysfunctions of a team that they have to overcome. But in addition to that, and concurrent with that, they have to create what we call organizational clarity. That means in addition to being behaviorally cohesive, they have to be intellectually aligned. They have to be rowing in the same direction and have the same basic answers to some critical questions about where we're headed and how we're going to get there. Once they do those 2 things, then they have to over-communicate. Over-communicate what? That clarity. The answers to those questions have to be repeated to employees again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Research shows that people have to hear something 7 times in an organization if they're going to believe that it's true. Now, most leaders don't like to over-communicate, but as I like to say, if you're the CEO of an organization or the head of an organization, you're actually the CRO, which is the Chief Reminding Officer. So over-communication is critical. Finally, what we have to do is we have to reinforce that clarity by putting in place some basic human systems, which doesn't sound very interesting or sexy, but what we're talking about there is just a little bit of structure, not so much that it's bureaucracy, but we have to institutionalize what we believe to be true in the way we hire and fire and reward and manage and make decisions. So these are the 4 disciplines of a healthy organization. 1, building a cohesive team at the top. 2, getting completely aligned and creating clarity about how we're going to get where we want to go. 3, we have to tell people about it again and again and again. And 4, put just enough structure in place to make sure this happens all the time.